better life. Okay.
Yes, connecting.
Oh, I guess we are
Hello.
live.
Yes, we are. We are live. Just gonna wait for a few people to show up. Gabriella, thank you. Farley,
Farley
nice to
Gabriella.
see
Oh,
you.
right.
We're gonna wait for a few more people here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We have Tyler. Welcome. We have Tracy. Welcome.
Wow. Good.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
So glad you're here with us today. So, everyone, this is the Empowered Leader Podcast. I am Margaret Williams, and I'm an executive leadership coach, systemic team coach. I have a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology, and today is my last official day as a Army civilian with 39 years of service.
Oh, my
Thank you.
goodness.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my
So,
goodness.
so we have with us today Natalia. Natalia, can you introduce yourself?
Um, Margaret, since you started with such a big note, and I love it actually, because this is probably the second time I'm going to be introducing like this myself. I stopped doing it for a long time, but I will do it today because I like the way you did that.
Thank you.
All right. So my name is Natalia Falovich. I'm based in New York. I actually have three master degrees, and all of my masters are in education. My first master's is in speech and language pathology, and I used to be an SLP for a long time. I used to be a clinical supervisor in the hospital, in the school, in a nursing home, you name it. And then I decided to pursue my other master in educational leadership, and I did it, and I became a principal in a very actually hard setting. It was a setting for autistic children, developmentally disabled kids from 3 to 5 in Manhattan. I was a district supervisor. I was working for Board of Education, and just like you, one day I said to myself that I'm done. And I quit Board of Education. I left Board of Education like cold feet, and I was in a very high position, and everybody was thinking that I am a crazy psycho case because nobody leaves that position unless they die. Nobody leaves the job that I used to have, and everybody thought that I am completely schizophrenic and something is definitely wrong with me. But and my supervisor was telling me like, "Are you okay? Maybe you need to, like maybe some therapy. You will be fine," and and I remember it was like so funny. And I told her, "Listen, I am perfectly fine. I am extremely fine. I am so fine that I want to leave." So so yeah, and here I am, right now, doing my own business. After I left Board of Education, I opened up a daycare in Brooklyn. Um, it's also a headache, trust me. The business in any way where you're a leader is a headache, but nobody's on top of me. I am my own person, and if I fuck up, I fuck up, and there's nobody to blame. It's only me to blame, and I'm fine with that. So so that's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome. Awesome. I couldn't agree more that I prefer not to work for somebody else again and to work for myself. Okay. And I feel better that way. Okay. Honestly, I really do. Uh, so, t-
absolutely.
yeah. So we're talking about the embodied leader leading with presence, power, and authenticity. Okay. And embodiment is the practice and experience of living fully through the body. Okay. Not just thinking about life intellectually, but integrating mind, body, emotions, and spirit into one coherent way of being. So, talk to us a little bit more about this, Natalia.
It's I still think it's a really controversial subject that we're going into, me and you over here. Um, and in many ways, it's controversial. First of all, I'm a woman, okay, and I have and you know how women are treated in the business world, and
Yes, I know.
specifically, yeah, it's a men's world. You know, everybody knows that the business world is a men's world, okay, and if you are step in there as a woman, it's hard, okay, it's hard on you. It's hard on everybody around you, especially if you are a mother, if you are a wife. It is three times as hard, okay, because you have to juggle not only your family but also you as a leader, in any kind of a setting. And for me, for many years, um it was freaking tough, man. I'm telling you, it was hard as hell. It was hard as hell for me being a woman, uh, in my femininity, and I'm extremely feminine woman, and I've always been like that. I was dressing up a certain way, I was looking a certain way, my hair was a certain way, and I did not want to part with this part of me. I did not want to turn myself into those women who step into the business world, into corporate world, and they are kind of like they're so sucked up, they're dressed a certain way, and you know what I'm talking about. Anybody who worked in the corporate world, they will understand exactly what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to even go there. And I was always trying to keep this part of me, this extremely essential part of me, being a woman in that environment. And it is so freaking hard to stay as feminine as you are in a world of business where everybody wants you to basically just fit into that little niche, okay. They put pressure on you all the time. They want you to perform as men do. They want you do exactly the same things as men do, and they don't care if you have a family. They don't care if you have three kids or two kids or whatever the hell this is, the case with you. You have to perform, you have to deliver, okay, the way that men do. And for years I've been trying to fit into that role, and I couldn't, and I didn't understand at that time. I didn't understand, like, but there's something was not working for me, something was really bothering me, and I couldn't understand, like, what the hell was it. And when I realized that they're trying to basically, you know delete that identity of me, um and I was resisting it with full force. I was so resistant to dress in a certain way. I remember that I could they would call me into the main office all the time, and they would point to me that it's not the way for me to dress up. The leaders do not wear ripped off jeans in a school. The leaders do not, and I would wear, I would wear like a little ripped off jeans with a t-shirt, with a jacket. I would look completely stylish, and the kids would love it, absolutely love it. And they would, do compliments to me all the time, and the staff. But it was against the policy, and I would be constantly calling to the office. I would be constantly called to the office. They would constantly write some stuff on me. They would put it in my file, shit like this. And the way I was talking to my staff, they didn't like the way I was approaching my staff, and I was not pushing them to do anything. I would be extremely, liberal with them. I would give them chances, and I am for giving people chances, and like I would do certain things that would not fit into that code of practice or code of conduct and things like this, and I would constantly be punished for basically for what I was, and it was hard. But I've decided at some point in time, I've when I started like doing my spiritual practices and things like that, I understood that the only way for me to survive is just to stay true to myself. And if it means that I have to leave, I have to quit, I need to do that because it was more important for me just to stay who I am and true to myself than play games that I was not a part of, you know. And the embodiment comes with lots of rejections from everybody who basically are envying your ability to stay within yourself, because not many people have guts to do something like that. And I've been basically going against the wind and getting some shit for that, obviously. But listen, freedom does come with a cost. It comes with a cost. And uh, the more freedom you want, the more high cost you pay for that thing. And if you're willing to just stay up, stay put, and just go through this, then you're going to get an ultimate prize. You're going to get an ultimate prize. And that's what it is. That's what it is for me. So embodiment for me is is something that I live by, is something that I stand by, and it's something that I've been fighting for as a woman. And this is something that I keep on fighting for in my writing. And I want women to feel that in my writing, that you can be both. You can be powerful and you can be soft, and you can still carry that all in your body and not be ashamed of it.
Natalia, can you explain to me the difference between soft and what's the other word? Soft and
Powerful. I said powerful,
powerful.
powerful. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Um,
yes.
hmm. There's a fine line between that because to me, woman is powerful when she's able to show her softness, to show her vulnerability. I To me, this is actually equals power, but in this world we are not praised for being vulnerable. We are not praised for showing our emotions, being basically human, right? We are not praised for that, and especially women. And we try to play games, we try to, all kinds of games, all kinds of mind games are going on. So to me, power is when you basically let um, yourself, be different. You can be soft, you can be bitchy, you can be, you can be anything, anything. And the power is when you embrace it within yourself and not afraid of showing different sides of you. And we know that we can be different, and especially women, we are so hormonal. Jesus Christ, in one day you can change your mood 5 times, 6 times. You wake up like extremely, sexy, and like a cat energy, and in 5 minutes you become a bitch. And it's totally okay because we are hormonal. We can't control it. It's the body. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And especially if you're a leader, if you're a woman leader, um during the day, you listen, especially under pressure, you will be showing a whole bunch of emotions. And it is what it is. The other people have to understand also that they can also be exposed to different emotions. And we are just not, I think we're in the society, in our society, we're just not really taught how to do that. We are not, we we don't show our kids even how to express their emotions. You have to be at a certain level of consciousness to really teach your kids to be emotionally aware and have that emotional intellect. I think this is a new, word right now, and everybody likes to really go down there. But mostly people talking about it. But people talk, but let's walk the walk. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So give us some insights since you are into education, okay? Give us some insights on how you develop these skills in your children.
Listen, I have three kids. Beside the fact that I'm an educator for for a very long time, and I also came to that. It was not an immediate realization to me because my cultural background basically restricted most of us Slavic women from displaying our emotions so openly. And for me, it was like a really mm, slow and gradual process. But with my kids, I involve them into my life a lot, and I show them the real me. I do not. I really do not hide my emotions in front of my kids. And if I'm mad, I will tell them, guys, I am really not in a mood today. I am extremely mad. It's not your fault. It's just me. I need to process like all these emotions. Give me some time, okay? It right now is not the time for me to listen about the homework or about this or about that. Just give me this time instead of me pretending that everything is fine and basically snapping on them all the time, which I used to do. But right now I am like really putting it out there, and I teach them on my example. And right now my kids are doing the same way. If my older son, he's a teen already, he's 13, and he's been having all of this emotional roller coasters already, as all the teenagers do. He would, you know what, and he would tell me, like, he would wake up one day like in a bad mood, and he would tell me, Mom, I'm in extremely bad mood. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I just want to be in my room. I'm like, that's fine. It's okay. As much time as you want to, just go and process whatever you need to process. So you just need to be an example for your kids. That's what I believe in. You have to be an example. You have to lead with example. You can talk the talk again, but you have to walk the walk. You can tell them whatever you want, but if you don't do it yourself and they don't see that in live version, then it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? It's not going to go anywhere. You have to be an example for your kids. You have to show them, you have to lead them by example. So, whatever you do, just don't forget that. You can tell them anything. Kids do not learn from words, they learn from the actions, from your actions. That was in school. It doesn't matter. It's in the family, in a school, in my daycare. Just lead by example. Just show them the way and they'll pick it up like this. That's all
I
I can
couldn't
tell you.
I
Yeah.
couldn't agree I couldn't agree more because my parents were not very good role models at all. And as a result, I had to throw everything out when I went to go work for the Corps of
Yeah.
Engineers and relearn some new skills because I couldn't have kept that job with the crap that they taught me. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we come from the generation that it's not their fault, okay?
No. No.
Nobody taught them. It was not the time. But right now it's the time for us to relearn, reprogram ourselves, and whoever can, then you break that generational spell. And I write it. I write about it. My texts are full of that, breaking the spells of the generation and doing something different, you know different. Just do one thing different. You can't change the whole world, but if you do one thing different from what your mother did, you won automatically. you know?
Awesome. Awesome. So, in
Yeah,
order to do that, we need to recognize these signs, okay?
exactly.
Anger, whatever, depression, whatever that our parents suffered with, okay?
Yeah.
That they passed on to us, okay? And as you said, they didn't know any better because
No,
they weren't taught themselves, okay? That's
exactly.
what that's what usually happened with the oldest child. They are the test case, okay? And then when you have the second child, you're like, okay, well, I've learned a whole lot of lessons from
Yeah,
this first one to
yeah, yeah,
incorporate here, right?
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely. I agree with you 100% completely. And it's just, as I told you, it's just little things. You just choose, just make a conscious choice of doing something different, different, maybe different tone one day, maybe different approach one day. Because listen, my parents, I'm Russian. I'm coming from Moscow, and we spoke with Alain last week about the cultural differences, and I think you listened to that, and we as Slavic women, we are subjected to serving, suffering, keeping our mouths shut, basically, basically serving the men. That's what it is. That's the culture. It's changing right now. I can't say that it's still the same. No, it's changing gradually, slowly, changing. But it's going to be centuries before it's going to be changed completely. And it's our role as mothers to show our daughters how we can do different. How we can do different. That's what I show to my daughter all the time. My daughter is 8. This is my third baby. I have two boys, 13 and 12. Well, 11 and a half. She's almost 12. And Alyssa, she's 8 years old. And you know, I let her witness me in embracing my creativity right now. So basically, she I want her to look at me, how I am um, doing doing all of it. That you can be a businesswoman, you can be a mother, but you can also embrace that creative side of yours that's really pushing through you. And she's been observing me doing photo shoots, performances, and I want her to see this in me. I want her to see that I also am this as well. I am this creative person. I can dress up, I can have different makeup, and I can perform in front of like lots of people, and I want her to see that. I want her to be a witness um, of this, because I've never witnessed my mother embracing her creative side. And I would love to, because my mom is also a great performer, and she performs, unfortunately, in front of all of us. And basically, it's not for a good cause. But if she would have a stage, that personality of hers will shine up so brightly. But she never let herself do that, and I don't want that. And I decided to change that, and I decided that I will be different, and I will let myself do the creative side, and I will let my daughter see me doing this.
Now, since we're talking about creativity, tell us how you how you how you your creative side, how do you
Showed
develop
up.
that? Yeah, how showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
um Listen, it was also it was also gradual, but it was always in me. I just didn't let myself to really fully express that. I've been writing since I don't remember. I was a teenager, probably. I was always writing. I was always a very vivid writer. But I would write for myself. It's basically, it was kind of like a therapy for me. I would sit down and just do my notes, and then just like forget about them, like hide them somewhere. And I had a very creative imagination, and I would create different worlds, and it would be so interesting. It would be so vivid, and it was just for me. And that was the way I would express my emotions through writing mostly. Um, and I've decided that I will just no, I showed some of my writing to my friend, and she told me like, "Are you kidding me? Like, seriously, why don't you just like put it out there? Just put it on Facebook. Like, let people read it. Like, what the hell are you doing? Why?" And I'll be like, "Oh, nobody needs this. Please give me a break. Like, Instagram is full of this, nonsense." And she's like, "Give me a break. Come on, people read some stuff, and you will find your own reader." And yeah, and that's how it happened. I started just a little bit. I started putting it out on Facebook, um, and I would see that, and I was writing in Russian most of the time. I would put like some Russian stuff into Facebook, and I would see like I have quite a few people who would read it and who would comment and I would see that I would stir something in people.
Mm.
They like, I have a response, and that really pushed me to start like opening up. And it was a gradual process, and I started opening up, and then I started doing photo shoots, because this there was always in me. I was always wanting to be in front of camera, and I allowed this to happen. And since then, it's one thing and the other, and you see how the world responds once you start really embracing what you should have done, and it was just beautiful how it all rolled up, and I started doing lots of photo shoots, and that's how I found my best friend. She's my photographer, and she's my creative director, and we do lots of projects together, and that's how it all, I found friendship over here. I found like real feminine friends who really stand behind me, and they have my back, and it's just, it's all rolled up into a very beautiful thing that I'm very grateful for. It's just happened with me just allowing myself to open up and put it out there. um, that's how it happened. It's not a miracle. It's just another work that you have to do on yourself, I guess.
Absolutely. So how did you make it to Substack?
Oh, that's also interesting story. It's my best friend. We have the same name, by the way. We have the same name, so it's funny how this happened. She actually found an amazing person who basically manages my Substack. Her name is Ari, and if she's watching me right now, we'll be watching. I'm eternally grateful to you. She organizes all my texts. She puts it very nicely. She helps me with the notes, and it's a lot of work. You know how much work this is.
Yeah.
Um, so I am very grateful actually that she found Ari for me. We spoke, and I gave Ari my texts to read, and she's like, "It's beautiful. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I'll it has to be out there." And that's how it happened. We started in April. Me and Ari, we started. I sent her a whole bunch of texts. At that point, I had so many. I even overwhelmed her with the amount of things that I had, but we managed it, and right now we are working together. Like, she's my manager on Substack. She's managing all of my things, and I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. I've dreamed about it. I am just a visionary who has this vision, and I surrounded myself with people who see this vision, who agree with this vision, and who just have all the professional qualities to do whatever needs to be done. And I just create. That's all I do, and I'm so
Wow.
goddamn happy about this thing. So all these people, they just allowed me all this time that I can dedicate to my writing, to my photo shoots, to creating beautiful content. and I don't have to think about, all this nuances on how to do this and how to, because I can do it obviously, but it's going to take time from my creativity. So I'm extremely grateful to my team of people. I love them so much. Yeah,
It's very important to have a support system, and you're fortunate to have that. That's amazing.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe that I believe into a vision, that a leader has to have a vision, and that's what really stands out for me in leadership, because I see different leaders, but whoever has the vision, you can see that person. You can see that person with a vision, with a passion for whatever that he needs to do. I have a passion for creativity, and I am fortunate that I could attract people that have the same goals, that have the same visions that me, and who are, really open to develop and to with me to evolve with me. And that's to me a true leadership, a person who has a vision and who can like infect everybody around you with that vision, and just do what he or she does best. And what I do best is create. um that's what I do best. I can just create. I create content, I create beautiful images inside my head, and then we talk with the photographers. I have Natasha, who is my creative director, and I've been working with another girl, Julia, lately, and I just tell them what's in my head. Um, and it's just, I'm very fortunate that people who are around me, they just get it, and they deliver the most beautiful content that I can even possibly imagine. It even comes up more beautiful than I envisioned it. So yeah.
Yeah. That's well, wonderful. So, why does embodiment matters? Okay, we have authenticity and trust. People feel when values are embodied, not just spoken. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, all right. You wanna talk about that?
Well, I believe that embodiment um and authenticity, that this is all one to me, because this is true. This is how people feel that um you not only are able to talk about it, but you've lived through that experience that you're talking about. Because I can definitely tell you, if I go on an Instagram and if I look at the beautiful video and somebody's talking about something, and I can just by the way how I feel about it, I can tell you that person just bullshits, or that person really lived through that thing that he is talking about. Because it's a very subtle thing, but you feel it. You can't really fuck with people. You can't really fuck with people. People feel you. People feel the energy. And when you are speaking the truth, they will feel it.
Okay.
And for me, this is the most important thing. I am not scared to be vulnerable. I'm not scared about being truthful, because um, I believe that people deserve the truth, that people deserve the real you, the people deserve your vulnerability, because that's what they want to see. That's what I want to see when I look at somebody. That's what I want to see. I want to see a person who is genuine. He might not be perfect, or she might not be perfect, but she speaks with the heart, from the heart. And I feel that she went through certain things and she can talk about it openly. That's what's most important for me. And that's what the embodiment is for me, being able to speak from your heart, from your gut, from something that you've lived through. And people will feel your pain. People will feel your um, desire. People will feel that, and that's the most important thing for me. And that's what I do in my writing. I'm an extremely vulnerable in my writing, and my Substack is called Vulnerable Chaos for this particular reason. Um, you know, because I believe in it. I believe in that very, very much. I believe into honesty.
That is the foundation of any relationship. As we know, without a firm foundation, no building can stand, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely.
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 It's in everywhere. It's in relationships, right? In personal relationships. It's with your children. That's the same way. It's with your staff as well. It's with your clients, whoever they are. If you are not honest, if you are not standing by.
It is it my connection? Because I can't hear you.
uh, yours, I think mine is good.
Okay, well, it's nothing I can do about it. Can you repeat what you said?
It's okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Uh where was I cut off? Tell me.
You can just continue where you want.
Oh no, well, I was talking about the fact that you just need to be vulnerable with anybody. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship they are, right? Personal relationships, a relationship with your children, with your clients, in a business, with your staff. I believe it's just universal. I think it's a universal thing, really, for a leader to be just truthful, because how long can you lie? How long?
Wh- Yeah, because when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie to cover up the first one you told, and
Absolutely. And
it just
it's a lot
keep
of
going and
energy,
going. Too much.
right? It's just too much. It's just a lot of energy you I think you spend on covering up, you know, where you can just use that energy for something else. Jesus, I don't know, for your creativity, for example, or whatever.
Absolutely. Now, embodiment also matters because of connection, okay? Resilience and regulation, okay?
Mhm.
We have to be able to self regulate ourselves, okay? Realize that we are far off, okay, in our assessments and say, okay, come back to ourselves. What what can I do differently? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't need to be going off like this, okay, because it's not going to benefit anyone. So we have to calm ourselves down, you know, our and our nervous system so we can operate in a positive way. Okay.
absolutely agree with you. And I think also that not sometimes, most of the times we project on other people lots of the things that are inside of us. And that's why I'll always tell my kids, I tell them all the time, I tell them, listen, you really need to find out first, find out, um, really, really deeply educate yourself who what's your um what are you scared of, what are your fears, um what anything. I always tell them, like, really dig into yourself, find out who you are inside, because then um, it will help you to deal with other people. You will stop projecting that much of yourself into other people, and just kind of like um, uh, how they say it, like step aside and look at the situation and people from the side. It really helps me sometimes because I could catch myself uh, fears and insecurities. Um, and I would catch myself and I would be like, wait a second, let me just step aside, let me just step out and like look at this whole thing from the outside. And what would I see? What would I see if it's not me projecting myself into that situation, into a person standing in front of me? And you know what? It does help. It does help when you like step aside, get the emotions like cool down. This is, you try this, everybody, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You know,
You're right, because I am fiery. And if I think something, I just go off.
I
So I
know,
have to take, okay, right? And then I
right?
ended up with egg on my face and have to come back and apologize because it wasn't that way at all. I was projecting some negativity that wasn't existing. Okay, it was in my
Exactly,
mind.
exactly, exactly. So but you know yourself already, right? You know how you
Yes,
are, correct?
yes,
You know how
yes.
you are, and you're like, okay, so let me just like chill over here and let myself just to look at it from the other perspective. Because I'm also guilty of being like very reactive. I'm extremely emotional person, and I know that about myself because I've learned myself so much that I know that I'm emotional. I know in certain situations I'm going to react very emotionally to something. And I would really catch myself in the middle sometimes and just like step aside. I'm like, okay, let's just step aside. Let's just look at this from a different side. That helps me. That really does help me. But you have to know yourself. Again, I'm talking about it all the time. You have to learn yourself before you go into any kind of practices. Any kind of practices. You need to find out about yourself as much as possible. And there are plenty of instruments right now that you can find out about yourself, right? You can do whatever you
Yes,
want. So just choose what you like and just study yourself. And that's it.
absolutely. Just like was it Mel Robbins? Five
Yeah,
seconds, the 5 seconds. You do that, a lot of times you'll come back to
yeah,
your senses and say, "Wow, I'm
absolutely.
glad I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't do that." Okay? What
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so so before I decided to take the early retirement in April, okay?
Uh-huh.
They were purposely like poke the bear, okay? Poke me,
Uh-huh.
poke at you, hoping
Uh,
that you would go off. Then they could write you up and put it in your file, okay? So
yeah.
understanding that, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to take a break. I go outside, walk around the
Yeah.
building with let the cold air hit me or whatever,
Yeah.
come back and
Yeah.
come back to my senses. It's like, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. You
Don't
take
take
the
the bait.
bait, you done. You done. They
That's
got
it.
you.
They're gonna catch you right away, and that's it. That's it. And it's very hard to get out of it. I've done it multiple times. It's extremely hard to revive yourself after that. It is extremely once you deep in the shit, that's it. I mean, you're really in the shit. Now you deal with
Absolutely.
getting you're out of the shit, and this is not good.
Yeah, because they know what buttons to push because they know you.
Of
Okay?
course.
We're gonna
Of
push these
course.
buttons and see if we can get a reaction that we're looking for. Okay?
Yeah.
No, you're not going not
Yeah.
today. I'm not gonna be the angry black woman today. Maybe tomorrow.
Listen, you know what? It's also for me, you know what? um, once you decide something, right? Because you've already decided that within yourself that you want to like get away from that. I believe in the fact that the universe is going to try to test you about the seriousness of your decision, you know. And once you decide something, you know that the trials are going to go. They're going to come. They're going to come in different shapes and forms, and they will be trying, and they will be trying you for the fact. Are you serious? You really want to quit? Huh? No, maybe not. Maybe you're just joking around. Maybe not. And yeah, and here you have to stay true to yourself. So
You do, because it's
yeah,
sadistic. I think they were getting off on it. Really, I do. Because I was
yeah,
miserable. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I
yeah,
was just a bundle of nerves, and I was holding all this stuff in my body, everything,
yeah,
and it was too much.
yeah. Especially in the body, and you know that for women, we we all process everything through our bodies. Everything gets into the body, and I write about it all the time because my whole series is called "The Body Speaks." And I started writing this exactly after I've left the corporate world, and how all the suppressed emotions really got into different parts of my body, and how my body for years I tried to understand how to deal with this. And no pills, no doctors are going to help you. It's all bullshit. It's absolute crap. Okay, you need to figure out within yourself what kind of emotions you stored in different parts of your body, and just work with that. No pills are going to help you. Nothing is going to help you. And I've learned that also. But what is going to help you is actually realizing what the hell did you store in that stomach pain that you have? What the hell did you store in that ovaries pain that you have all the time? Okay. What you stored in that spine that's constantly, it's twisting and you can't really hold yourself appropriately. What the hell did you store over there that is in there bothering you? Because nothing else is going to help you. No chiropractors, no massages, nothing. Nothing is going to help you. But the only thing that helped me is realizing what I stored, and work with that. And it's not a fast process. It's a gradual process, and the body releases those emotions not immediately. It's not an immediate process. But once you start going in there, and once you start realizing and accepting and acknowledging that that's what happened to you, the body is going to soften, and it's going to speak to you, and it's going to really give you answers. It's just it's an amazing process. Actually, I love writing about it. And my Substack is full of those texts. I read a lot about body, a lot. Yeah,
That's
about
amazing. So
traumas. Yeah, about all the traumas, because I see now that somebody commented, and exactly. Oh, Corrine commented, spot on. Yeah, she said it's the right time to stand up and speak up about the traumas we store, especially caused by the corporate world. I'm telling you, Corinne, that's what I've been going through. Yeah, that's how I got into embodiment, and how I started working on my body, actually. Because I knew that I just figured out that I cannot heal myself with doctors. I cannot heal myself with healers. I cannot. Nothing helps me. Nothing. It's just still there. The pain goes away for 5 minutes, and then it's back. Um. So yeah, it is what it is.
Natalia, talk to us about the practices that you have been doing to get rid of all of this.
Mm. Listen, I've developed for myself what work. I cannot speak for everybody, and I believe in the fact that everybody and all women are different. Okay, and we can't just have one universal kind of standard and fit for all. That's why I absolutely hate the stupid exercises that are being pushed on women. You do that, push this, push hard. No, women cannot be pushed. And I can't stand this whole trend of women in killing themselves in the gyms. It's absolutely against our hormonal cyclical bodies, absolutely against it. So what I've developed for myself is very easy practices that work for me for 10 years. But the one key thing to this is consistency. You have to be absolutely consistent. You have to wake up every single morning, rain or shine. It doesn't matter where I am. Even if I travel, I'm in Japan and I'm in Morocco, it doesn't matter where I am. I wake up in the morning and I drink the water with lemon. It's a hot water. It's very good to wake up your stomach, your gut system, and it starts working. And your lymphatic system starts working when you put the hot water in the body. And I do very light exercises, basically, sort of like Chinese kind of exercises. I tap my body a lot. I waken up my body. I do like a lot of tapping all over my body, and then do just little stretches all the time. I stretch my body all the time. It's extremely important for a woman to stretch her body, especially when we're hit 40. After 40, our body becomes very rigid. Okay, and no amount of pushing and running and all that shit is not going to do anything. Only stretching, very soft stretching. And I do lots of stretching for the hips. I like twerking. I do a little bit of this, and listen, this is amazing for women. I'm telling you, twerking is just the best thing that can happen. So and just very light exercises, lots of breathing exercises. If it's a summertime, I go to the ocean. I do it in the ocean. I breathe the air. I just do my exercise, and then I go back to work. I don't do anything crazy, absolutely, but consistently, just religiously. Like I wake up and I religiously do it for like half an hour. My kids know not to bother me in the morning. They know not to come to me when I'm exercising, when I'm stretching. They know better. Just like give me time. And it's only half an hour. I don't know, 40 minutes. I mean, anybody can do it. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but it's the attention to the body. It's just your attention because you put your attention and your focus into your body, and that's it. And your body will love you forever. Yeah,
It's wonderful because mind body interventions, just like you said, yoga, breath work,
beautiful.
and mindfulness. Okay.
Absolutely beautiful. Yes. Yeah. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it reduces anxiety and depressive depression symptoms.
Yes. Yes. Especially the breathing part, I think, right? That really works. Yeah. And again,
Helping to
consistency. Yeah.
right,
Again,
right.
consistency. Yeah.
Absolutely, because the breath brings you back to the present moment, reducing your stress and all your levels, heart rate, everything
Yeah.
else start to come down as well.
Excellent. Absolutely. And that I think we actually answered Ariana Marie question. She's asking what's your view on the mindfulness of these practices? It's all about mindfulness. It's I've to me it's all about mindfulness because you um put your focus and your energy and into your body, basically, and wherever your focus is, that's where the energy flows, and that's where all the miracles start happening. That's exactly where your focus and your energy is, nowhere else. And once you focus on your body, it will start responding to you, and it will respond to you beautifully. Yeah. So it's the core foundation. Yes, I absolutely agree. I absolutely believe that the core foundation for a woman is her mindfulness within the body. Oh, I really calling me.
It's all good.
I said people start calling me from my business. So with rolling up, Margaret, because people are calling me from my business.
Okay, so you need to go?
I would need to go, like, right. I would need to go, I believe, like, in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying and and uh, all together, you know.
I appreciate you and for the time that we had with you. Okay. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. And I hope that you all got some information in here that you could use. Thank you so much, Natalia. And
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Thank you so much.
thank you all. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. All right, you too. All right. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.